Shah Faisal to return for his third over. It's been a real find as well. For a man, him and Nadine Khan, their 8 overs, both good in the Asia Cup, particularly Shah Faisal. Bertel cuts that away, one of his favourite shots, and it races across the outfield to accumulate 4 more runs for Nepal. Bertel batting on a different plane really to the rest of his teammates and standing up once more for the nation of Nepal.
Just gives a bit of room to himself, just jumps outside the leg stump and cuts it behind square on the offside.
Good way to start Shah Faisal's return over as well. Interesting field, everyone spread on the leg side. Fine leg in the circle, he's the only one. And that is so Bertel can just work it in there for a 1 or 2 guaranteed. Instead he tries to find 4 more, he does, precision batting right out towards his teammates, where Asif Sheikh cheers on heartily. We're witnessing a gem of a knock here from Bertel, keeping Nepal alive in this contest.
Again, just shifting his gears towards the leg stump, giving himself room. He's placed it in between the fielders, short third and back at point.
Walked up from the toss, there was maybe 30 or 40 people here. It's more like 300 or 400 now. We're just above that Oman sign there, and all of a sudden the grandstand is rocking. There is a raucous atmosphere. Everyone wants to be here on the night that Nepal celebrate their qualification, as do Oman, of course. But I think the Oman fans are being significantly outnumbered by those in the blue and red of Nepal. Some pressure really being applied to Shah Faisal right now. Changing the field, so deep backward point's gone back, and that will save the boundary. They'll keep it to a couple, but Bertel will keep the strike. It means square leg is up in the circle. There is an option for Bertel to shuffle across and try and expose that.
That is why the left-hander is bowling away from the right-hander, angling the ball away. That is why the offside field is not. There is a deep backward point in place and a sweeper cover on the offside along with the long off fielder.
A really good atmosphere building up. These two sides always tend to play out classic encounters. We've spoken about that famous Super Over 2 years ago in Kathmandu, where Oman were triumphant. Slower ball, much slower. Complete change in arm.
Bertel deals with it nicely, gets a single. What's the deal Owam going to do here now, Paresh? Because he is under pressure.
I think he has to go after the bowling. Don't do much, just look at the ball, swing the bat. The field changes for Owam. The backward point comes inside 30-yard circle, and the square leg goes out.
Carted down the ground. Adil Owam, with that half chance that he was given, looks desperate to make use of that life. He gets warm applause from Bertel. This partnership starting to build up nicely. Very expensive return of Shah Faisal. 3 boundaries in the over already.
It was a slower ball, an off-cutter ball by Faisal. Just waited for it and then slashed it over the cover fielder for a boundary.
He's tended to be very economical in his T20I career thus far. Only exception really was that run for 45 against the UAE in the Asia Cup. Still just his 10th international match. There's so many of this Oman team that are new and fresh to international cricket. His career economy rate under 7. Nepal really putting him to the sword, though. He's been the one they've targeted. Short ball, top edge, going to fly all the way for another boundary. 4 more. Thirds up in the circle, not the right length, to be honest, with that field. And yes, Adil Alam gets a bit fortunate to find the edge, but this grandstand, it's actually moving now with the noise from the Nepal fans. 4 more.
It was a pace on delivery by Shah Faisal. A good, accurate short ball away from the right-hander. Adil Alam trying to pull that ball to the top edge and ball running towards the boundary at third man. 16 overs has been bowled to Nepal, 120 for 4.
Definitely some memories and some beautiful memories and feelings being stirred of that famous final. The crowd was a lot bigger that day in Kathmandu. It was probably 25,000 in the TU International Cricket Ground. But we were treated to an exhibition that night as both sides celebrated their qualification. And it was Bahrain that Oman had to beat in one semi-final. Whereas Nepal got past UAE in the El Clasico across at Mopani. 184 played 184. They could only be separated by a super over, and Oman were triumphant and got the silverware. Sufyan Mahmood will return to the attack. And he's right on the money to start with. He's an underrated cricketer, isn't he, Sufyan Mahmood? He looks a little innocuous with his bowling because he's only medium pace, but he knows his game really well, a very effective campaigner.
Very accurate as well. He rolls his finger towards the ball, holds that variation of cutters, leg cutters, back of the length deliveries, pace off, hitting the deck.
That's the shot that Adil Alam has to change. He's trying to overhit. He has raw natural power, and he used to play the helicopter shot back in the day as well. But he just needs a slightly more stable base and to hold that stroke before he makes contact.
The last boundary he scored off was it was a slower ball angling away. He waited for the ball and then slashed it. That is what he should do. He just has to wait because Mahmood is not bowling pace on deliveries. He's bowling cutters.
Lots of leg cutters in particular. But this time it goes a mile into the sky. Jatinder Singh is the fielder who runs around and holds on to an excellent catch and goes with his trademark celebration up to the Oman Cricket Academy pavilion where a lot of the Oman fans are. Real fan favourite here, Oman strike back. Sufyan Mahmood's really deserved that. It's such a skill, such an art to bowl at that kind of pace. Again, it's the leg cutter. Adil Alam, well, he might have hit it 70 or 80 metres high, but wonderful catch out of the dark night sky by Jatinder Singh.
Exceptional catch by the captain. Oman getting back again into the game when the partnership was building. Adil Alam just not watching the ball properly, has to depart for 16, 3-4s in that 16.
Well, in a funny way, it might not be the worst wickets for Nepal. Even though Oman will celebrate heartily, they will know that they have the imposing presence of the youngster Gulshan Jah coming to the crease, who is the best strike rate in the tournament. He's striking at exactly 200, which nobody else really has done with any consistency throughout this event. You've seen some difficult pitches, some slightly slow and turgid ones and turning ones. This tonight's a good one, I feel. But Nepal have got themselves in a tangle because nobody has been able to support Kushal Bertel. Can Gulshan Jah do what he's been doing all tournament, which is have another significant impact in a very short period of time?
There's just 3.3 overs remaining. Nepal 121-5. This is a good comeback by Oman after the power play belonged to Nepal.
Should be a good battle this as well, because Mahmood's going to go pace off again and again. Good dot ball, really good bowling from Mahmood. He's been the pick of the bowlers for me alongside the left arm spinner Nadeem Khan. He'll get the headlines, but Mahmood's spell no less important.
He's been bowling well, Mahmood, and Nadeem Khan has already bowled his 4 overs. 4 for 20 his figures, whereas Mahmood 2.4 overs, 1 for 14. This is a very good over, just a single in it.
Beat beats the outside edge. Outstanding. What an over this is. Definitely swinging the game in the host's advantage. Oman will feel as though they're on top right now.
Again, off cutter ball to the left-hander, ball pitching and just shaping away from the left-hander.
Can he close out the over? It's been a superb one. Well, a single isn't going to cause much damage, although they might think of trying to get a second. They will. Jatinder Singh should have held that. Jha was always getting home, and it will allow Bertel to get back on strike. Bowler not helped by his captain there. A little bit of a rush of blood to the head to Jatinder Singh. The end of the 17th over, Paresh the score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta love that score, don't you? Just count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 123 for 5. The score. Kushal Bertel, 60. First time we've had that score this competition, isn't it? We've waited for it.
Yeah, in this competition, that was the first time we had that in Kirtipur. I think it was last year in the CWC League.
Cricket World Cup League 2. Always a favourite of us commentators. We love to have a bit of fun if we can deliver it with a completely nonplussed face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely rhythm to it. Here comes Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. He won't bowl the final 4 from the same end, but it does look like he'll bowl 4 overs pretty much on the bounce. So he'll end up bowling overs 13, 15, and maybe now 18 and 20. Nepal are in dire need, for me, of a flying finish. They've got to get up past 150. Can they do it? Haven't been able to cope with the changes of pace. Oman, on their home surface, on the pitch they know so well, are putting in a clinical bowling performance here.
Again, this time around bowling outside the off stump, angling the ball away from the right-hander. Excellent, Ramanandi.
Really has been a bit of naivete to Nepal's batting tonight, with the exception of Kushal Bertel, who's played so well. He's been the only one to really read the pace and to understand and assess the conditions. Okay, Asif Sheikh did well up top alongside him in that opening partnership, but what can Jha do? Can Jha find a way to clear the ropes? He's done that with great regularity. Tries to, doesn't get it out of the middle. Where's it going to land? Jatinder Singh goes back, doesn't get anything on it. Well, it was a close to impossible chance, particularly with Mohammad Nadeem in his eye line. It wasn't maybe the loudest of calls. There's a lot of fans in here too, and ends up not getting anything on it.
That was very, very high by Gulshan Jha. Jatinder turning back and trying to get to the ball, but couldn't make it. Very, very high.
Just half a chance, but the last thing you want to do is give Gulshan Jha too many of those. He's already hit 8 sixes in this tournament. Ashan Sharafu, the only one to have hit more. He's hit 16, remarkably. There's been a slight break in play here. I wonder, has Jatinder Singh, who, remember, missed the first game in the tournament with, I think it was a hamstring niggle. Is it that, or did he get maybe a fingertip on it and have an impact injury? Oh, down he goes. I think it is the hamstring. Maybe, let's just hope, a bit of cramp. He's going to get some treatment from the Oman team physio. He's so important at the top for Oman. This could be a big part of the game. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Back on his feet now. And maybe he's going to go off. I think Paresh looks to be moving reasonably well, though.
He has been amongst the runs for Oman, leading the run scorer for Oman.
And he's going to stay on. just going to move fielding position, I think. He's going to go to short third. I think what will have played large in his mind there is the fact that if he goes off, he probably won't be able to open the batting, unless he gets back on, of course. Let's get another look here. I don't think there was any impact injury, just maybe that kind of overstretch. And yeah, Nadeem in his kind of vision in front of him won't have helped things. But Gulshan Jazz only going to try one thing here. He's going to be looking for big ones. It's that little hamstring twinge that he has. He'll hide himself away in the field for the final 15 balls of the innings. Where can Jah go? Big swing and a miss. What an off-cutter. Super skills again from Oman.
Excellent bowling by Ramanandi, bowling outside the off stump, just rolling his fingers towards the ball. Bit of a smile. I think a joke has been cracked by the umpire.
Yeah, I think he probably said, how did that miss? Maybe just a coat of paint, nothing more than that. Again, exceptional skills. There are two standing umpires out there. Rashid Riaz. He's chipped down the ground. Who's got Masudar Rahman Mukul from Bangladesh alongside him. And then Pradeep Rambakwela is our third umpire. Kent Anam, all the way from Melbourne, Victoria. Our ICC match referee. He'll oversee the last couple of days as well that we've got coming up. And Nepal, well shy of where they maybe need to be on a surface like this.
They had the captain at the toss. The captain Rohit Patel said that 160, 170 will be a good total in this surface.
Well, 170 looks a long, long way away right now. And that's going to make it even further away because Jitin Kumar Ramanandi is pumped up. He's got the big wicket at Kushal Bertel. What a talented bowler he is. He bowls the most difficult overs in all T20 internationals, the death overs. He stands up to be counted. It was full, it was straight. The only question was, did it pitch in line? And Bertel has been given LBW.
He had to try to play that shot. Coming across the stumps, tried to paddle that around the corner, but completely missed it. Good innings coming to an end.
Bertel's got to go for 69. The judged LBW. It's 127 for 6. Yeah, very well played by Kushal Bertel, his second 50 of the tournament. We'll bring Lokesh Bam to the crease. He'll be at the non-striker's end with the wicket falling off the final ball of the 18th over. One more look at this LBW. The only question, there's no doubt it's hitting middle stump or middle and leg. Did it pitch in line? He's come a long way across, and the umpire immediately said yes.
Yeah, coming across. So he had to try and do that.
Sufyan Mahmood to bowl the penultimate over of this innings. Gulshan Jah just hasn't quite found his rhythm or timing. They're going to push hard for the second, but it's straight to the man. Now, tricky position for Lokesh Bam. Did play one game, didn't he, in the Unity Cup against West Indies, but got just 11 balls to make some kind of an impact here.
He's a natural striker of the ball. We saw that in Scotland.
Any disturbance?
Flash to sixes.
Because I'm putting live and that's why I'm using live.
Such a tricky thing, though, to come in and have an immediate impact, having not batted the entire tour. Dot ball, last thing Nepal need. Let's see what Bam was trying to do, trying to just get any bat on it to get Gulshan Jah back onto strike. Remember, he usually opens the batting, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a natural opener, but we have openers, Kushan Butler and Asif Sheikh. That is why he's brought at number 8.
Two completely different roles, though. Not easy to adjust to them. Sufyan Mahmood, what a spell he is having. The man putting Nepal to the sword. And it's another dot ball. It's another cutter. Oh, they might just scamper a single here. Bam could be run out, but he won't be. And I think it was worth the risk to get Gulshan Jah onto strike. The deflection from Vinayak Shukla's direct hit at the striker's end allowed a quick single to be dashed despite the mix-up, and Bam will get a bye to get off strike.
He didn't have to throw that Vinayak Shukla, telling the bowler to go behind the stumps.
Well, 2 attempts at a run-out in the delivery, neither of them fruitful. End result is an extra bye that will bring Ja back onto strike. Can he punish Oman? He's going to try, but he hasn't got anything of this, I don't think. Long off, goes back. Oh, it's gone over his head. It just kept going. What a strike from Gulshan Ja. Looked like it was going straight up. Looked like it was going to be the 7th wicket. But he's such a powerful young man, Gulshan Ja. He had a couple of extraordinary shots against the West Indies. Here's another one, an almighty 6.
Yeah, the fielder was trying to get under the ball. The ball kept going and going. At the end, he had to tumble down.
He came in at first, didn't he? He's ended up overrunning it. And that's the power of Ja. Just kept going and going. Burst through the hands. Nasty bang as he went down. Ja's got a maximum. Can he get another one? Oh, this is massive. That's the biggest hit of the competition. It's gone over the pavilion, over the car park. It's up to the hockey stadium.
Wow.
Gulshan Ja just
Gulshan Ja
monstered
is
one,
one
100
of the
meters
best.
plus. The biggest blow we've seen.
This had everything, the height, the distance. Whoever has the car parked.
Well done, Gulshan Ja. Well done, well done. Nice, nice.
What a strike. That has to be 100 meters plus. Look at this. Monstrous. He's given it the absolute kitchen sink, and it goes and goes and goes into the night sky. I think it's hit off the rooftop. That one's not coming back. And new balls are called for. Unbelievable audacity and power and quality from Gulshan Ja.
Shit,
He is
man.
a precociously talented
I'm there,
His
Gulshan
10th
Ja.
six of this ICC Men's T20 World Cup qualifier. And real pressure now on Sufyan Mahmood. Edged and taken. And Mahmood strikes back. A wonderful catch. It's Vinayak Shukla. And Ja is not happy with the send-off. And now there's more words. And the umpires are going to get involved here. We've seen a bit of this throughout the tournament. It's not needed. But Ja, after 2 big sixes, he's got to go.
Trying to come down the track, trying to repeat the dose. Very smart bowling outside the off stump. That was yet another off cutter. Extremely good catch by the keeper, Vinayak Shukla, diving to his left.
There's real drama out there. Just to the right of that shot as Ja has to depart. He's gone for another impactful 18, 141 for 6. Sufyan Mahmood is being read the riot act by the umpires. Jatinder Singh is involved as well. You suspect there was probably maybe an errant word or two. Ja's reaction was immediate. He wasn't happy. He's usually quite a cool customer, isn't he? He's a ferocious competitor in terms of his batting and his bowling, but he's always a pretty timid character, and maybe Mahmood just had something to say that turned the mood. Let's put it that way. Final over, Sampal Kami to the crease. He's at the non-strikers end. 2 massive sixes and then a great fight back from Sufyan Mahmood. Great catch too. Shukla's glove work is exemplary.
Yes, and the way he batted the other day, scoring 44 of just 20 odd balls. Changed the course of the game in a winning cause for Oman.
Ramanandi to bowl the final, and he nails that leg stump. Well, it's the 2nd time in the innings a Nepal batter has been bowled exposing their stumps. The first one was the captain, Rohit Paudel, and now Lokesh Bam also has to go. Difficult task coming in for his first game of the tournament. He's gone for a 3rd ball duck.
Yes, again tried to go across the line, tried to sweep that ball. Excellent bowling. This was a seam-up delivery by Mahmood to get the leg stump. Lokeshwam has to go for a knot with ball 141 for 8.
And we've seen 3 brilliant bowling efforts, haven't we? Headlined by Nadeem Khan. Sufyan Mahmood's fight back despite those 2 sixes after such a good spell. And probably the unsung hero, Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. These are the most difficult overs in the game that he's bowling. And he's going at 5 runs and over at the moment. Phenomenal.
Phenomenally. 2 for 16 in his last over. 5 balls remain. Can Nepal scrap up to 150?
Would be scrapping is right, Paresh. They've not been at their best by any stretch. Nakami immediately hairs off because he wants 2, but he sends Nandan Yadav back. Direct hit would have been gone. Maybe at either end, funnily, if they'd gone for the second. And probably a good decision not to come back for 2.
It's a good call by Sompal Tami to stopping his partner from taking the second run. He would just running towards the keeper's end. Nandan Yadav.
Good fielding again from Oman. As Kami goes through the offside, but there is protection out there. There's Hamid Mirza, the number 3 batter, with throw from long off. Very nearly brought about the 9th wickets. It's fair to say that Oman's strength is their bowling. No doubt about that. So even if Nepal only ended with 145, 150, they'll still have hope and still have a chance. But it's a good surface. This will be under par.
It will be under par. That is what the captain said. They have to score around 160 to 170.
Slower ball. Yadav heaves it down the ground, heaves it all the way. He's added significant power and real quality to his batting since he came back from Australia, young Nandan Yadav. And that's an important moment. 150 plus is there for certain now, and the Oman fans up above the Nepal fans don't like it.
This was again ball, a slower one, off cutter, coming down the track. Nandan Yadav hit it straight towards long on for a 6.
Looks like the top deck is Oman fans mainly, and then the rest
60
Nepal. Flicked into the leg side. Mohammed Nadeem won't be able to stop the second, I don't think. He'll just be happy to preserve the boundary. The 150 comes up. It didn't look likely for phases of this first innings after the collapse, because they had such a good first wicket partnership, and then since then, really, it's been all Oman. But Nandan Yadav just scraping and scrapping Nepal up to some kind of a total.
151 for 8. Surely the power play belonged to Nepal. They were going at the rate of 9 per over. Then Nadeem Khan came in and took those 4 wickets. Totally changed the complexion of the game.
Here's the final ball of the first innings. Full toss, misses out in it. They're going to try and run a by, but Nandan Yadav was, well, asleep at the wheel, to be frank. Kami got home, did everything he should have. I think Yadav was wondering whether it could have been given as a no ball, but it was well beneath his waist height, and he misses out. That should have been put away. Moment of fortune. It will be Yadav that will be run out, not Kami. We'll have to get that corrected. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it will indeed be Nandan Yadav who should be run out. So we'll tidy that up in our graphics, but either way, it's a bit immaterial. Yadav's run out for 9. Good little impact from him, including that maximum, and Nepal will have to be satisfied with 151 for 9.
It is, and looking at the pitch, it is slightly under par. 151. Kushan Burtel top scoring with 69. Asif Sheikh gave a good start for the ball. 24 of 20. Rohit Paudel depends on Kushan Malla. Improved the double figures. Adil Alam 40 for 16. Kushan 18. And Nandan Yadav.
कलेज जित्छ होइन अब ब्याटिङ चाहिँ 150 को टार्गेट हानेको छ होइन अब बलिङमा हेरौँ है त अनि राज्यमा अहिले पनौती छैन त्यसले गर्दाखेरि जित्छ कि भन्ने आश छ है साथीहरू सायद पनौतीले अब पनौती नहुँदाखेरि नेपालले भन्छ जसरी पनि होइन म भरे पनि अरू लाइभ लिएर आउने नै छु साथीहरू फेरि पनि हेर्दै गर्नु होला युट्युब च्यानल अनि सब्सक्राइब गर्नु भएको छ भने प्लिज सब्सक्राइब गर्दै जानु होला फेरि फेरि नयाँ नयाँ लाइभहरू म लिएर आउने नै छु त्यसको लागि थ्याङ्क यू